Brain time versus clock time. Oversanding the two timelines you live in. Welcome back to the Time series. In this section, we're tackling one of the most misleading assumptions modern life is built on. The idea that time is fixed, equal, and experienced the same by everyone. You've heard it before. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. That's meant to sound empowering, but it's actually false. Scientifically, psychologically, and experientially, that claim falls apart the second you overstand the difference between clock time and brain time. Let's define both clearly and slowly before we go any deeper. Clock time, the measured external system. Clock time is the standardized, measurable system created by humans to coordinate daily life. It includes seconds, minutes, hours, days, and years. This is the time tracked by clocks, calendars, smartphones, satellites, and international standards, like Coordinated Universal Time, UTC. Clock time is mechanical, mathematical, and synchronized globally. It's based on physical phenomena, like the Earth's rotation, day and night, the Earth's orbit around the sun, the year, and now, the ultra-precise oscillations of atoms, used in atomic clocks. These markers give us the illusion of consistency, but they are only one type of time, and a highly artificial one. Key traits of clock time: external and imposed, universally agreed upon, mathematical and mechanical. Unaffected by emotion, attention, or memory. Needed for schedules, business, navigation, and infrastructure. Clock time is helpful for structure, but it's not how you actually experience your life. It's not the time you feel. Brain time, the internal clock that shapes your experience. Brain time, on the other hand, is how time feels to you. It's not a measurement system, it's a perception system. And perception is not passive. It's active, interpretive, and shaped by dozens of variables inside your nervous system. Your brain time is created moment by moment through how your mind processes information. Let's define it like this. Brain time is the subjective experience of time, created by your attention, emotional state, memory, and the novelty or repetition of your environment. Where clock time is dictated by devices and universal standards, brain time is completely personal. It doesn't tick in a straight line. It can speed up, slow down, collapse, stretch, pause, or distort, depending on how your brain is reacting to your reality. You've felt this before. A boring lecture drags on forever. Brain time slows down. A vacation day goes by in a flash. Brain time compresses. A traumatic event feels like it takes hours, even if it's only a few minutes. Brain time expands under stress. Brain time is built on perception, not precision. And that distinction is everything. The lie: we all have the same 24 hours. Let's pause here and clarify something that's said so often it sounds like a law of the universe. Everyone has the same 24 hours. It's a neat soundbite, but it's a manipulation of language. It implies that time is equally accessible, equally experienced, and equally usable across all human lives. That's not true, not biologically, neurologically, or socially. Some people live their days trapped in trauma loops. Others are free-flowing in creative flow states. Some people live in fear and hypervigilance, constantly rushing. Others live in slow, relaxed environments where time feels generous. Your experience of time is not determined by the numbers on a clock. It's determined by your state of mind, nervous system, and cognitive bandwidth. So let's correct the phrase. We all live under the same clock time, but we each experience a different brain time. That's the real truth. And now, we're going to explore why. A neuroscience breakdown. Now that we've defined brain time as the subjective, internal experience of time, the next logical question is, how does the brain actually create this experience? Here's what you need to know. There is no single time organ in your body. You don't have a stopwatch in your skull. Instead, your experience of time is a composite, a mental construction made from signals processed in different regions of your brain and body. Think of it like a film editor stitching frames together to create a coherent movie. If there are fewer frames, the film feels shorter. If there are more frames packed with detail, the film feels longer. Time to your brain is not fixed, it's assembled. Let's walk through the key brain regions that help build time. 1. The cerebellum role, microtiming and motor coordination. The cerebellum sits at the base of your brain and is best known for controlling movement and balance. But it also plays a crucial role in microtiming, keeping track of very short intervals, milliseconds to seconds, especially during movement. Example: if you catch a ball or play an instrument, the cerebellum helps you time your actions accurately. In the realm of time perception, it helps with predicting immediate outcomes, what will happen next in a fraction of a second. 2. The prefrontal cortex role, attention, working memory, decision-making. This is your executive center. Located at the front of your brain, the prefrontal cortex manages your focus. Time perception is deeply tied to attention, because the more attention you give something, the more frames your brain stores, and the longer it feels in memory. This is why mindfulness, deep work, or being fully present stretches time. Conversely, if you're distracted or multitasking, time slips away without you realizing it. Your brain wasn't encoding enough detail to mark the passage of time. 3. The hippocampus role, memory encoding and time sequencing. The hippocampus is like your brain's librarian. It helps file memories and keep them in order. Time, from a memory perspective, is about sequence. What happened first? What came next? What was repeated? Your hippocampus helps determine how long something felt based on the richness of what was encoded. Here's the catch. When your hippocampus is not encoding new memories, because of stress, trauma, or routine, your sense of time collapses. This is why months of same old can feel like they vanished. It's not that time moved faster. It's that your hippocampus stopped filing the days distinctly. 4. The insular cortex role, interoception, internal body awareness, and emotion. The insula monitors your inner world, your heart rate, temperature, gut feelings, breath. This internal clock is often overlooked, but it plays a powerful role in how time feels. When your body is in a heightened emotional state, like anxiety or panic, the insula is on high alert. Your body feels more per second, which your brain interprets as more happening, which stretches your sense of time. If your body is relaxed, time may feel smoother or faster. This is why people in meditation often say time disappears, because the insula is reading a calm, stable internal state, and there's little change to register. 5. The basal ganglia role, pattern recognition, habit formation, and timing prediction. The basal ganglia help automate repetitive behaviors and detect rhythms. It's your brain's internal metronome. When you're used to a certain environment or routine, this area starts predicting what's next, helping you run on autopilot. But here's the trade-off. Automation compresses time. If your brain doesn't encounter anything new, it stops recording the details. And less detail means shorter brain time. This is why driving a familiar route feels faster, even if it takes the same time as a new one. Your basal ganglia are handling the process, and your attention isn't encoding anything new. 6. The amygdala role. Emotional intensity and survival perception. The amygdala handles fear, urgency, and threat detection. It's most active during high-stress situations, and it warps time. In emergencies, the amygdala floods your system with adrenaline, forcing your body and mind into high alert. Your perception sharpens. Your brain stores more frames per second. You may remember every detail of a car crash in slow motion. This is a survival mechanism. The more detail you store during danger, the more likely you are to survive if it happens again. The downside? If the amygdala is constantly active, like in people with PTSD or chronic stress, brain time becomes chaotic. Days may feel endless, but weeks disappear. This time distortion is not weakness. It's a biological overload. How time is assembled. The frame rate. Theory. Let's revisit the movie editor analogy, because it's the clearest way to overstand how brain time works. Your brain captures frames of information, like a camera. Every time you notice something new, feel something intense, or focus deeply, another frame is stored. The more frames you store in a short period, the longer that time feels in retrospect. A day full of new activities, conversations, and surprises feels long and vivid. A day filled with repetition, scrolling, and autopilot feels fast and blurry. This is called the frame rate hypothesis of time perception. More frames, more memory, slower time. Fewer frames, less memory, faster time. This explains why childhood feels like it lasted forever. Every experience was new, so your brain was capturing thousands of frames. As an adult, novelty decreases, routines increase, and so you encode fewer moments, which makes time seem to speed up. So, what is brain time? Really? Let's synthesize everything so far. Brain time is distributed, no single time organ, constructed through sensory data, attention, and emotional weight, affected by novelty, trauma, routine, movement, and inner body signals, reconstructed later by memory systems that estimate how long something felt. This means brain time is not just an illusion, it's an emergent property, a real measurable consequence of how your nervous system processes life. In short, time doesn't just happen to you, your brain builds it, and what it builds depends on how you live. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time, it takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible. and make it inevitable.